Hey, the Thabreakmasta here, and this is going to be my Hanasaku Iroha episode 22 review. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible because this is a really late review. I just had problems trying to watch it on a place I usually watch it on, and it wasn't going well, and I actually found it somewhere. And long story short, I found it, watched it, and I'm just going to do a quick review on this. So yeah, basically what happens in the last episode, if you guys remember, is that Ohana and Minchi are going through some crap with Toru because, Minchi thinks Toru doesn't like her, and once he just likes Toru, so Toru and Ohana need to go together, and she's just getting mad off of that, going crazy and crap like that. So they just acting really stupid in this whole episode, well, most of this episode anyway. And so they're trying to get preparations for the wedding and stuff like that going on, and just a lot of that stuff was happening. One of the scenes in the episode was she was in school and everything because Ohana, all those girls are at school, and she ended up getting a call from her mom, and she's like, what the heck, like really, well, like randomly basically, because she didn't expect it. And and the teacher's like, oh, so it's your boyfriend or something. It's like, no, it's not my boyfriend. And she's looking all mad. So like I said, she's still really mad at her and everything, all that stuff. So she ends up later on calling her mom back and asking what the heck's going on, and because she called her during school and she didn't know she was at school because usually she's always working and stuff like that. So she's like, didn't know. But basically, short story for her is that she was talking about how she had a one-minded crush on Ohana's father and stuff like that. So, or their father, her father basically, and so so she ended up getting kind of in depth with it, and then Ohana's like hanging up on her because she didn't expect all that, and she's like, what's going on? And so she's thinking about Ko again, and he's like, what if I have a one-sided crush on him? And so now Ko's back in the picture because he's talking about him now in this episode. And then later in the episode after that, they're trying to make people wear the dress and stuff, and Ohana wore it. She can't wear it because she's too short basically, and she wanted Yuna to wear it, but Yuna didn't want to wear it because she has some superstitions about it. And the only other person that could have wore it is Nakoshi. And so Nakoshi, as we all know, she has a decent bust size. So she ends up putting the dress on, and she makes it look all hot. And they're like, okay, I don't know why this happened. It's like it happened before or something. And it's just funny. I'm like, what the heck? So you can't really put anything on her, so it's gonna look like that. So yeah, so they end up thinking, oh, we put it on Minchi, and they're like, because Minchi's been having problems with Ohana. But they ended up trying to do it anyway, so they ended up going to Minchi, and they couldn't find her at first because she was having some breakdown issues because she can't work. Toru won't let her work with him, so it's really bothering her, and she's getting more and more upset. So she ended up coming out. I don't know what she was doing. I think she was about to leave, go home or something. And then Minchi was like, she's like, hey, can you wear this? And he's like, no, leave me alone. And then she get mad and smacking the dress out of her hand. And then that's when Ohana was like, okay, wait a second, because you can be mad at me, but you can't be just going mad at everyone else. We all worked really hard on that dress. And then Minchi's like, well, you worked really hard. Toru worked really hard too. And then they start fighting and stuff. It's like, Toru's really handsome and blah 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 blah. You just go date him and stuff. And Ohana's like, no, I don't want to date him. I got one-sided crush on Ko. It's like that came out of nowhere. And he's like, Ko, and then Minchi's like, Ko is a loser. And he's like, how you say he's a loser? You never even met him. And he's like, everyone's a loser compared to Toru. He's just getting angry and stuff. I'm like, dang. And then after all that happened, all that said, they ended up stopping. And then Toru was actually right there. He heard everything, and she was like, ah, crap. And she ended up leaving and running away. And so Toru ends up finding Minchi, and then they start talking, and basically he was actually saying, well, I do have kind of a little crush on Ohana, but just because of what she is, and just always something you wouldn't expect, you know what I mean? And she was just like, I think that didn't really help anything when she was saying that, but at the same time he ended up saying something nice to her, and she ended up really crying, and he's like, oh, what did I do? Say something wrong? And they ended up making up in a way, so it was really nice. So now she's not so mad at her, Ohana. So Minchi ends up going to Ohana, and then they end up saying sorry, I guess, because she's wearing the dress now, and they got the little measurements now and all that stuff. So all in all, they're now all good, and she ends up saying balut to her. So she's like, Ohana's like, yes, she said balut. She doesn't say die to me, yeah. fast. So the wedding went all well and good, and everything was all prepared, and I mean, it's kind of how the episode went. They all saying they all got prepared, and a lot of weird crap happening. I won't say. I want you to watch the episode to go see it, because you probably already seen it anyway. But yeah, so that happens, and so basically towards the end of the episode, the B-Man is gonna retire, and basically, Madam Manager is gonna sell Kishio and the documents and everything to someone else, and it's just like threw a curveball at everyone. Like, what? So I'm curious what's happening in the nenext episode, because also we're going to see Cole back in the episode, so it's going to be a lot of questions answered maybe in the next episode, because people were always asking if Cole's going to ever come back in the show, and apparently he is. So I wonder what's going to happen here. And yeah, so tell me what you think about the episode. Leave a comment below. If you haven't seen it, go watch it and leave a comment below. Rate, subscribe to my channels, and the Thabreakmasta. This is the Thabreakmasta Hanasaku Iroha episode 22 review. And until then, break out. Talk real fast.